this afternoon to highlight the opening of our Disaster Recovery Center at the Bank of North Dakota for all of the people who are affected in Burley County. I have with me today some people who are leaders of the various state and federal programs. I'd like to have them say a few words about the things that they can offer to people who walk into the Recovery Center, and then we'll take any questions you might have. I'd like to first introduce from FEMA, Willie Nunn, who has been on the ground with us here in North Dakota for some time. Little did we know back in February that Willie would be staying as long as he is. And Robin Finnegan, the administrator of the Denver region, is here also for FEMA. And Willie, you want to say a few things about the program?
Oh, yes, sir. Happy to be here today to open a disaster recovery center in Burley County. We have two other recovery centers up in Ward County. Today, this is the opportunity for the folks to come and get information about the programs we have in FEMA. But the first and foremost, please register and get your registered number. This is the place where you come and get the information. This is the place where you come and get questions answered and for us to assist you. We have a joint operation here with the state, local, federal, volunteer agencies, and so you come here for the information and we're here to help. Thank you.
Okay, Willie. Thanks. Robin, anything from the region?
Thank you, Governor, and it's a great partnership. This speaks to our partnership as federal partners with the state of North Dakota, and we've worked successfully together to meet the needs and identify and meet the needs of the citizens in North Dakota. We've got lots of FEMA shirts, lots of people with FEMA shirts and doing the work of FEMA here on the ground. They are compassionate people whose intent it is to help the people of North Dakota. They come with compassionate hearts and ready hands, and we are part of this a bigger team, but FEMA is certainly only part of the team. So we appreciate the hospitality that has been offered to all of us here in North Dakota.
Thanks, Robin. And next, we'll hear from Olivia Humility, who is with Small Business Administration, and Dan Hanner is here as well. Olivia?
Thank you, Governor. So, as it was stated, the first step is to first register with FEMA. So we want folks to come into the Disaster Recovery Center here at the Bank of North Dakota, come in, register with FEMA. The second step is the U.S. Small Business Administration. The SBA does offer low-interest loans to homeowners, renters, businesses of all sizes, as well as private nonprofit organizations. So we want you to come in and complete your SBA application so we can determine whether or not we can finance your disaster recovery. If you're a homeowner or renter and you're not able to be approved for SBA, if you are denied for repayment ability from the SBA, then we may actually refer you back to FEMA for FEMA's Other Needs Assistance Program. So once again, we first want you to register with FEMA, come in and complete that SBA application so we can determine what type of options are available to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Dan, anything you'd like to
add? Sure. I'll just add, for one thing, it's great to be back in North Dakota. I just regret the circumstances. And I'm delighted with the way that these centers, both here in Minot and in Bismarck, have come together so quickly, largely in part because of the partnership with the state, with Senator Conrad's office, with Senator Hogan's office, and Congressman Berg. We're very appreciative of all of their assistance. And I just take every opportunity I can in any disaster situation to reinforce the fact that the Small Business Administration is somewhat misnamed in these circumstances because, again, we are here to help homeowners and renters as well as every business of every size. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. And just to summarize, the state of North Dakota is represented here as well at the center through the various agencies that are working on flood recovery. This is centered around our Department of Emergency Services. There is someone here throughout the day who can link to any agency in the state, answer questions that people may have from Department of Human Services to the Department of Health, Department of Agriculture, Insurance Department, Job Service for employment. All of these questions can be answered in a one-stop location here at the Bank of North Dakota. And finally, I'd like to introduce the boss of the people who will be here for DES, our director of the Department of Emergency Services, Dave Sprinsanatic. Dave also happens to be our Adjutant General. He is the one who helps us to make the requests of FEMA and other federal programs that are so important in this recovery effort. About a half an hour ago, I had the opportunity to speak with the President of the United States, thank him for the designation that we received in individual assistance for people in Ward County and Burleigh County. But I made it very clear to him that we need additional counties approved for individual assistance. We have another 20 counties in our application. We have 2 reservations as well. I made it very clear to them that when they make their decisions on counties that are eligible, they should be making a decision for a cluster of counties that are in the same area suffering from the same natural disaster. And that would include a situation like the Missouri River, where Bismarck and Mandan are right across the same river from each other. We would like the same consideration given to both counties in that situation. Same thing is happening in the Minot area. The adjoining counties are affected just as much by the Souris River as is the city of Minot. And in the Devil's Lake region, we know that we have 3 counties there that all suffer the same effects from Devil's Lake. The President said that he would take it strongly under consideration, and I also invited him to come out to North Dakota, go up in the air and look down on the Souris River and on the Missouri River and see for himself the extent of the damage that people are suffering right now in North Dakota. But all of that is handled through our Department of Emergency Services. And General Sprinsanatic, you want to make a few comments about how the work is going?
Certainly, Governor. As the Governor said, the state of North Dakota is aggressively pursuing the additional counties designated in the individual assistance proclamation from the administration, from the President. And although we have the 2 counties, Burleigh and Ward, as we speak, we have teams that are going out to supplement the original information that was provided to FEMA to ensure that we do everything possible to help the decision makers understand our situation in North Dakota in all of the other counties that were included in the original request. Initially, there were 22 counties and 2 Indian reservations included, and we only have designation for the 2 as of now. But we will continue to provide all of the information to show the impact, the damages, and what we're facing here in the state of North Dakota in all of the other 18 counties and the 2 Indian reservations. We're working on it very quickly. We want to have that information into FEMA as soon as possible, and then hopefully we'll be able to have a favorable determination for individual assistance for everyone that's been impacted by the floods of 2011.